All right. Hey everyone, hey sound designers and music producers, welcome back to the stream. Tonight we're going to be looking at designing another sound in Reaktor. As the title suggests, can I build a whole sound in Reaktor blocks with just 3 blocks? Let's try it out tonight. So if you're into sound design, creating textures, and designing your own sounds, this is the right stream for you. And I'm limiting myself for this stream to only one oscillator, one filter, and one modular. So let's see how far we can push this during this stream. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to build out my blocks. So we're going to drop our version of Reaktor in as a plugin in Ableton. Ableton Live, the DAW of choice right now. So I'm going to now bring in anything that I need. So I'm going to need an oscillator, a filter, and an LFO. This is the challenge that we're going to make today. So I'm going to bring an oscillator, going to bring in a filter, and we're going to bring in an LFO. We're going to see what I can design out of this combination right here, what I can tweak and what I can shape. So let's jump right into it. Well, let's go. So we're going to wire it up. We're going to need one more module. I said 3 modules, but we just need one more because that's how we get trigger notes in our patch. We need a note in module to trigger the notes from our MIDI keyboard. So I've added in a note in module just to trigger notes. So that I wouldn't consider that a module, but it is a module when it comes to building from scratch. So we're using 3 actual modules, but one is a note in block, which allows you to control your pitch and timing of notes. So that's pretty important. So we're going to connect our LFO up. I'm just going to turn down the volume a little bit because uncontrolled signals are a little bit bad for your ears. You want to make sure that your volume is down at the top here, or you mute your output. You can do that through that, or by clicking it, or you can hit that command R, but only when you're in the standalone program. Right now we're inside of the plugin, so some of the features that you have in the standalone version, working in a less advanced way, using it as a sound design tool outside of a DAW, you'll have a little more control. You'll be able to duplicate things a little easier and have controls like short keys or shortcut keys that work right away. When we have it in plugin mode, we can't use the short keys, unfortunately. So we just have to click, but that's not a problem. So I'm going to click and mute my sound, or we can just turn it down from the master volume level on the right side. And then I'm going to plug it into our output. So you're going to immediately hear sound. That's why I made sure we turn down the output of our volume so that we're not blowing out our eardrums. You can double check your sound, how loud it is inputting into your DAW right here. So it's coming in at minus 26 dB. And that's not too loud, but not too quiet. So I'm going to bring it up around minus 12, minus 10, I think. Or minus 19. Minus 10 is a little bit loud. So that's like minus 10. I almost doubled it. So I'm going to go around minus 19 or minus maybe 16 or 21. Sorry, that's the wrong direction. 21 or 23. So that's good. Now we're gonna shape our sound. So we're gonna use our oscillator as a sound source. We're going to filter and shape this sound, and we're gonna use LFO to add some movement to the sound. So we're gonna play with it over time, and let's start off with the filter. So I'm gonna take my filter the sound out a little bit, maybe add a little resonance bump. Gonna hook up our LFO, I think, to our filter. I think that'll add some more excitement to our sound. Let our filter go up and down, or we can hook it up to our actual key tracking. So it kind of moves in and out. And then to our other mod, connect frequency modulation. Actually, I'm going to take that back. Let's connect our mod A of our oscillator to the same LFO and control our FM. So we got a more dramatic movement of the sound. Let's add some more LFO movement. Sounds more like a heartbeat. Can bring it down a little more and make it more dramatic. To sound more like a heartbeat. More like a pumping sound. And just like that, we've got a sound we've created inside of Reaktor. So I'm going to change this a little bit. I'm going to save this patch. And then we can go ahead and save our actual patch as well. So we're going to do a save as. And there we go, we got our saved patch. And now we can manipulate it some more. Don't forget to turn down your volume. If you have uncontrolled volume levels, it's not good. So let's make a lead out of this sound actually. I'm going to take away some of the LFO movement. I'm going to add it to back. Let's put it on the FM. A little bit of movement. And now let's change the waveform. We can apply this to mod A as well. Maybe speed up that modulation. We can visualize that with the scope. I said I wasn't going to add any more modules, but this is just a visualization of our waveforms and what's happening. So you can see what's happening as we move the pulse width down and up. Add a little grit. Okay, add a little reverb on the sound to finish it off. Maybe some delay. Let's get that plugged in. A little bit of delay. Okay, so we're gonna save our sound. There we go. And we're going to now use it in a project. So right now it's uncontrolled. I do need to add a little bit of control on it so that it doesn't just ring out. So I'm going to bring on an amp envelope just so I can control those frequencies before they output to the actual DAW. So I'm gonna have to add these two just so I have control. But that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna show this being used. So I'm gonna add an amp envelope as well, just so that I can control it and play it as an instrument. So now we're gonna go back to our DAW, change our metronome, BPMs, turn it on, play a little melody. Okay, let's get a better melody. Oh, try again. Just something very simple to demonstrate. Okay, my metronome is speeding up. Not sure why there's automation there. There we go. I'm gonna duplicate that. Just clean it up a little bit on the ends so that we can then duplicate our part. Just gonna join them together. There we go. We've got something going. We can put that on loop, and we can add in another part. So I think some percussion maybe that would demonstrate this. Just making a little percussion loop out of it. Just gonna do a capture. Bring that over. Just a little quantization. And check our key. C-sharp major. You can always pitch this down. If you don't like your key, just move it down. I'm not really liking that, so we'll keep it as is for now. Take off the metronome. Duplicate our block. And bring in a new part. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna quantize this. I'm gonna go back to the kit. Gonna bring in some drums. gonna repeat that. No, okay. Add some more percussion. Maybe some hats. Okay, so I brought another part in. I'm gonna quantize this as well. These are all part of drums, so we might as well group them. Hitting that Command G to group our tracks. And I'm gonna add another effect on, but I'm gonna add to the whole group or the whole bus. We're gonna add in a little bit of drum bus so that we can bring out those drums. So that'll be under Ableton Audio Effects. Or MIDI effects, because we're using MIDI. I believe it was under Audio Effects. I'm just gonna check. It's under Dynamics, we know that. Okay. There we go. Add that to the whole thing. Bring out those drums a little more. Get a little punch. Boom and bottom end. I don't need so much drive. So that transient. Before and after. Okay. So there we have it. We have a finished loop inside Ableton. And we've created that entirely using our Reaktor sound, which is this. So if we go back, we look at our Reaktor sound, it consisted of a simple module of just an oscillator, filter, and oscillator, filter, and a LFO. We've used that LFO, and we've used the oscillator, we used the filter. I've only added in two components so that I can control it and play it as an actual instrument, and those would be a amp envelope and a VCA, which is a voltage controlled amplifier, and then added two other effects. I could add any effects anytime, but I chose to use effects inside of Reaktor so that it was just all in one place, and we're able to view that waveform over time. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. But before I do, I'm gonna save it. Make sure we always save, and then we're gonna go back to the track and hear what we got. Gonna extend this section a little bit longer. And that's it for our loop. Might even add in one more sound. Just a lead. Something big. And there we have it, our finished production, or loop at least, finished loop. So you can go ahead and add effects, add contrast, add arrangement, and build up your track in any way you'd like. So this is just a sample of what you can do with Reaktor, how powerful it is, and how powerful it is to really spice up and make your tracks stand out. So if you want to learn more about sound design and more about how to create these modular racks inside Reaktor and dive deeper, be sure to check my link in the description for my full sound design course, where we deep dive in sound design, all things sound design, and learn more. And stay tuned for future streams where I'll keep going over different types of uses of sound design and how to apply it to your music. I'll see you in the next live stream. Peace out.